Hi, I'm Russ Watson. Welcome back to Florida Manufactured Home Living. You may already sense that choosing a Florida manufactured home community isn't just about price or location. It's about something deeper, that feeling of home. Because at the end of the day, you're not just buying a house, you're choosing a lifestyle. Before you picture what your next home might feel like, take a moment to think about what makes your current home feel like home. What is it that makes you feel settled there? Is it the memories, family dinners, laughter in the kitchen, kids running down the hall? Or is it the sense of community, neighbors who wave, friends who check in, and the comfort of familiar faces? Maybe it's the independence, or the garden you tend, or just the quiet routine that gives you peace. Those details matter because what makes your current home special often points to what you'll want to recreate in your next one. In my working years, I made my home in Mystic, Connecticut. I traveled a lot, so on my return, the things I really cared about stood out. More perhaps than they do for those who come home every day. I enjoyed gardening, and I took great joy in producing beautiful flowers around the yard. Today, I still grow flowers, but I've added pineapples to my repertoire. I also liked having neighbors who welcomed me back and friends in the community with whom I could enjoy activities. I was a member at a sportsman's club, and hanging out at the clubhouse with my buddies was always a good time. Today, I really enjoy our weekly Texas Hold'em tournament. Home isn't about the house or even the neighborhood. It's about everything around it. The corner diner that knows your order before you sit down. The local watering hole where the bartender remembers your name. The museum, library, or park that gives your day a sense of rhythm. Or that hospital you trust because you've been there and you know you're in good hands. Those familiar places and routines are what make life feel grounded. What makes the town feel like your town. When you start looking at Florida communities, keep that in mind. Look beyond the gates. Is there a place you can see yourself becoming a regular? A favorite cafe? A shop? A church? A market? A walking trail? Does it feel like somewhere you could live your life, not just spend your winters? Because the right community doesn't just offer a home. It connects you to a whole new rhythm of life. And that rhythm is what turns somewhere in Florida into your place in Florida. For most of us in retirement communities, home isn't just about square footage or floor plans. It's a sense of belonging. It's the friendly wave on a morning walk, the sound of laughter at the clubhouse, the sense that you finally landed somewhere you fit. But here's the thing. What feels like home is different for everyone. For some, it's an active social park where there's something always going on. For others, it's a peaceful community with quiet streets and space to breathe. Maybe you want a place with a strong volunteer group or faith gathering. Or maybe you just want a neighborhood where people look out for each other. Before you start comparing homes, take a few minutes to ask yourself, what kind of pace makes me happiest? How social do I want my days to be? What gives me that sense of comfort and connection? Because until you answer those questions, every brochure will look the same. Once you've taken the time to picture what home feels like to you, not just in your memories, but in the life you want now, the next step is learning how to recognize it when you visit a community. This is where most people get tripped up. They see the palm trees, the pool, and the perfect model home and think, this must be it. But the truth is, what makes a community truly feel like home isn't what's in the brochure. It's what you notice when no one's trying to sell you something. Here's a few things to look for. Watch the people. When you drive through, do you see neighbors talking, walking, or sharing activities? Do folks smile and wave as you pass? The energy of a community tells you more than its amenities ever will. Friendly faces, open body language, and genuine conversation. These are the small signs of belonging. Listen to the rhythm. Every community has its own pace. Visit at different times of the day. Does it feel alive or does it go quiet after 3 o'clock? Is the clubhouse parking lot empty until the weekend? Are the common areas welcoming? Are there signs everywhere listing rules and regulations? What hours is the clubhouse actually open? Those clues tell you how the community lives day to day. And most importantly, is that rhythm something that relaxes you, or does it leave you restless? Notice the details. Are the homes cared for? Do the lawns look trimmed? Are the roadways in good shape throughout the community, or just near the clubhouse? Are most homes landscaped with pleasing curb appeal? These small details tell you whether residents take pride in where they live, and pride creates stability. Ask the right questions. Chat with residents. How long have you lived here? What do you love most? If you could change one thing, what would it be? You'll learn more from these short conversations than from any sales tour. People who love where they live are happy to tell you why. And finally, trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right on your first visit, it probably isn't. Don't ignore that instinct. The right community should feel easy, comfortable, and safe. The kind of place where you can picture yourself living, not just vacationing. When you combine what you see with what you feel, you start to cut through the fog, finding the places that truly fit, not just your budget, but your heart. Now here's where many retirees go wrong. They rely only on that emotion. That gut feeling, this just feels right, becomes the only reason to say yes. But real confidence comes from more than just a feeling. It's that feeling combined with a framework, one that helps you look for hidden pitfalls, evaluate long-term costs, and compare your options side by side before you decide. Because without a clear process that adds facts to feelings, even the best-looking community can turn into a disappointment later. And I've seen it happen too many times. Retirees fall in love with the view, the pool, or the promise of carefree living, only to discover rules, expenses, or problems they never saw coming. That's why I created Florida Manufactured Home Living Academy, to help you balance emotion with clarity. Because when your heart and your head work together, every decision becomes easier, and you can move forward with confidence, not doubt. You need more than just a gut feeling, because when your heart and your head work together, every decision becomes easier, and you can move forward with confidence, not doubt. You need a framework to wrap all the factors together with those gut feelings and turn them into your ideal Florida lifestyle. Let's start down that road to that dream retirement together. Take the next step. Join our Inner Circle. It's absolutely free. Inner Circle members receive exclusive access to member-only resources such as community lists and comparison checklists, updates when new guides and videos are released, and early notification when registration opens for my Florida Retirement Compass program, the step-by-step framework that helps you confidently plan your retirement in a Florida manufactured home community. If you're serious about turning your Florida dream into a reality, Without the confusion and without the mistakes, joining the inner circle is your next step. Just type go-to-innercircle.com in any browser to join today. That's all one word, go-to-innercircle.com. It's free, it's easy, and it's the next step on your path to Florida sunshine. Because when you find the place that truly fits your lifestyle, budget, and your heart, everything else will just fall into place. I'm Russ Watson. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.